How's it going, y'all? Rookie Rooster here with another video, and today I'm going to be installing a ghost key from JDI. Now, the reason I'm changing it to a push start is because my switch went bad, and I mean, we're in 2022, so might as well go with something a bit newer, and the best choice that I saw is the ghost key. Now, from what I've known about a year ago, I think he released it about a year ago, he's been putting it on Civics, on Acuras, and stuff like that. And I haven't seen a video of one of a Prelude, so I'm going to give it a try, see how it goes. As far as I know, this should be a simple plug and play process. I'm walking through everything that has to be done. If I do something wrong, just comment down below, and I'll answer back with some feedback. But let's get to it. Alright, so some simple tools you're going to need is a screwdriver. Now, if you haven't cracked open your ignition switch, well, I'll show you how it is, but if you haven't done it yet, you're going to have these rivet nuts or rivet bolts on there, and you're going to have to get a hammer and a cold chisel to kind of leave an indentation and start twisting it off, because from the factory they don't even put actual screw. That's something they do, it's like a prevention for someone to steal it off or something. But I've already cracked mine open. I'll show you in a second what that looks like. But first thing you have to do is take off this case right here. Should be, I think, 6 or 5 Phillips head screws, and from there this whole section, this whole switch will be exposed. Once you got those screws from under the case screwed off, all you gotta do is wiggle it some, and there you go, it'll come off pretty easy. Oh yeah, besides taking this off, you also have to take off this panel in the bottom. I will walk you through how to take this one off. It has 2 screws, one here, one there, and it's only got one on this side, and then it's got one here in the bottom. Okay, in the bottom it's held by one of those push clips right down there, and I'll be very careful, don't break it. Just nicely pull it off, and there you go, bingo, nothing broke. At this point, you will have everything exposed: your ignition switch, the cylinder, everything from the top, your turn signal, and your wiper switch as well. But as I was telling you earlier, these are the fellows that you're gonna have to do an indentation. Now, I did take this off once. I didn't do it on camera, but I took it off a while back. Like I said, it was broken. My switch was messing up, so I had to find out what the problem is. I have it to work now because I did something, but I want to get rid of it. But that right there is the only hard part of this process, probably. Like I said, get you a cold chisel and a hammer, and just hammer it to a point where it'll come off, and the whole thing should drop. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention is you might want to disconnect your battery so there's no power source going through anything, and once you're done with the process, then you will connect your battery back and try it out. Okay, so under the dash or the steering wheel, you're gonna have a connection all the way in the back right there. Can you see it? Nope. Right there, this is red. Focus. It's gonna be that red one over there by the left, and then you're gonna have one. That's terrible. You're gonna have another connection here at your fuse box, and that would be this connection. Oh my goodness, it would be that connection right there. So you have this one, and then you have the other connection on the top. Oh my goodness, terrible. There you have the one on the far left. I actually forgot to mention that also on the original switch you have a connection which is for the light. That connection is all the way in the back. I don't know if you can see me wiggling it. It's going to be a gray one right there. You can see it all the way in the back. It's going to be, if I miss it, folks, it'll be that one right there. Yep, that's the buckaroo right there. You gotta disconnect that one off as well. And after you do all the disconnecting of the wires, next up will be the process of taking off those bolts. Alright, I got this thing off now. Now I'm gonna keep it just in case, if anything ever happens, I can give it to someone, they can use it for a while. But like I said, it was this part right here that was failing, this internal part. The key would go in and it would click, and when I turned it on, it would flip back off. So what I did was I removed it, I sanded it off some of the copper, the contacts, and put it back in for now. But now that I have the Ghost Key, I'm not really too worried about it. Let's talk about what the Ghost Key comes with. It's actually quite the amount of stuff's in here. For starters, it gives you some pretty cool stickers. I like them. I keep those. Gives you a business card. Okay, the most important stuff you have here, that is your push button, and over here you have your module. Now with the module, obviously it gives you 2 key fobs, but it also gives you choice of a key card. You can just, you know, put it in your wallet or whatever. This one you can put in your keychain. So that's for it. I will talk about that later. I have to read the manual, see what it's all about, but I'll explain to you what all this is for. So it has that with it, and it also comes with your wiring harness, which would be similar to what is on the original ignition switch. So it has all these connections. One of them goes in your fuse box, and one of them goes in top of the dash. It's the same one here. These people make things very identical. That's what I like about these people. Now this is the first time I do this, so I hope I do things right. Then it comes with this. I have to find out what that is. It probably connects to, I don't know if this is the one for the where you put it onto the brake switch. I have to find that out. Then it comes with this. I will show you what all this is about and where it goes in a second. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put the button just for kicks and giggles because I want to get away with it. So what you got to do is these 4 little tabs right here, bend them in a little bit. Once you got all 4 bent, you will start by putting the wire in through this little case right here. Pass it all the way through, and once you got it in just enough for the button, right there. Wow, that's beautiful. I don't know if I gotta take the cover off. Shoot, I don't know how to take this off. I'm going to take it off either way. I don't think it's necessary, so let me take it off. And this just sits right here apparently, and once you got it in there, align it nice and well however you want it. It's coming off. Once you do that, all you gotta do is close the tabs or open them back up. So that's how it looks like with the button on there, and that is the other side. Like I said, you have to open them back up and just press them on the plastic. Alright, so that's enough of goofing around with this. I'm going to do the wiring for it. Alright guys, so I started with the wiring. Obviously you have the module right here. One of the connections, like I said, is up there in the far left, and then one of them on your fuse box, which is the one, oh my goodness, which is the one right there. Okay, so I was having a bit of a dilemma when I saw these wires right here. You know, I saw in one of the videos he talked about this orange one come with a quick connect, but then I saw these right here. I'm like, whoa, what are these for? So I got kind of scared, kind of worried. So what I did was contact JDI himself, and he's actually a pretty cool guy. He actually answered like a couple minutes later, telling me that these right here are kind of more of a ground supply for the module. He told me just to simply ignore them. So I'm way relieved now. So that's it, got that connected. Make sure you find a nice ground. I put my ground here where I have the fog lights connected, and that should be good. Next up, you have your antenna. This right here is what's going to read. This is going to read your key fobs, and I'll be putting that somewhere along with the I'll probably put it next to the button itself. But let me go ahead and put this quick connect onto the brake switch. Oh, and before I forget, make sure you put it on the wire that is dark green with a white stripe. And like I said, these purple wires, he told me just ignore them, so I'm going to do that. And if you have any questions, contact JDI. He seems like a pretty chill guy. He will answer you at the same moment. So JDI, I really appreciate the help, bud. You just saved my life. Okay, so I have everything connected now. I got my grounds, I have my module connected with the brake switch, and I have everything onto the fuse box and the regular stuff. So I'm gonna try to turn it on. Here's the key fob. You tap it on there. You press your brake, your clutch, and the button. I set it down to switch down 3. So basically, what switch 3 down does is it will prime your fuel pump before starting the car. Now it does explain to you in the manual what each of these is for. Like I said, I have mine with every single one up except for number 3. Number 3 is down. Like I said, it just sets up it primes your fuel pump. What's pretty cool is if you're driving and someone were to press your button, it's not going to turn off unless you press the brake and do that. So that's a pretty neat feature. That's basically what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together, and I will show you what it looks like back together, and I'm gonna try to tuck the wires nice and neat. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like now. Everything's been tucked in pretty nice, I say so myself. And that is the button on there. Now I do have it hidden, so I'm gonna show you where it's at. So that's the beeps. That's when it's unlocked, and you press on the brake, the clutch, make sure it's neutral, and let it prime. There you go. So that's it, and I think that's pretty cool actually. I like the way it lights up. Nice cluster there. But yeah, I mean, it works now. Everything's perfect. So that should be it for that. So that's the end of this project. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had fun doing this. I had a couple headaches figuring out some of the stuff, where to put it. But I mean, other than that, I had fun. I think it's something pretty cool to do, honestly. If you want to do it, hey, don't be scared. Give it a try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You won't be able to connect something right. You know, just ask the man. Ask JDI. He will help you out with that. But that's it for this video. You know, if you liked it, go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe. I have a video coming up pretty soon. I have to install some new upper control arms on my car, and I got some new coilovers from Max Speeding Rods. So that's it. You know. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, good night, good evening, whatever time it is. But I'll see you in the next video.